So morning, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar with MTT, the 4 days of gains with myself and Marius. It's going to be an exciting 4 days that we've got planned, just to make sure that it's today and tomorrow, and then next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. So stay tuned till at the end of the call. I've got some exciting news that I'm going to share with everyone for tomorrow's webinar. And I'd really like everyone then to invite a friend or two, because it's going to be very, very special that we've got planned. So to kick it off this morning, we're going to ask Marius to have a look at the overall market with the algorithm, what the sentiment for the next week or two is going to be in the crypto market as a whole. And we will go in a little bit more of a deep dive into MTT, who we are, how we focus on the market, and then how you can take advantage of our product within the next few months, years, and the cycle opportunities that the market represents itself. So over to you, Marius. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And thank you so much, Ines. Welcome to everybody from around the world. We hope that this presentation, which is open to public, will give you an idea of what the market is about to do. Now, remember in 2017, when Wall Street told everybody to buy and buy and buy, I came along and I said, exit at 20,000, exit at 20,000 the whole time. So I went completely opposite than Wall Street. Now, think about what is happening here right now in the market. We are right here on the bottom. And do you know, or do you notice what Wall Street is saying now again? They are telling everybody to exit, to sell, because the market is going to go to zero. So again, what I am doing, I am turning around and I'm going against Wall Street and I am saying, buy the bottom. Wall Street is saying, sell, sell, sell. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you the macro view of this specific coin. If you look at this market here, and you would to take this specific coin, and it doesn't matter what coin it really is, I'm just going to show you many coins are doing the same. Way back here in 2015, the market started going up and we had this 27 up cycle where people made a lot of money. You know, you bought maybe, let's say Bitcoin here at $1. And at that point here, it was $20,000 a coin. Now that was one of the cycles that many of us here probably missed. We came in about at that point there when Bitcoin was about $200 and something. So during this 2018 drop, the market went and pulled down and we came right down here to the bottom where COVID hit. We went up here to the top, and at the top here last year between May, June, we said there's going to be a drop and the market is going to come down for 9 months, a year to 9 months, and it will stay on the bottom for multiple months. And that's exactly what happened here. Now we at this point here, we are now telling people to buy. And this is where you can make a stunning amount of money, provided that you hold the right coins. Those right coins is the coins that we are showing you in the medium-term trade report, which is called the MTT. Constantly, there is going to be between 10, 15, and 20 coins that we're going to have. And in the private Telegram channel, that the announcement channel, there will be additional coins that you can buy. But the long-term outlook, if you look at this bottom here, this coin is still going to go upwards here to 50 or 530,000% gain. That means if you take $1,000 times it by 530,000, you go and work out what it is. Now, this will only appear here at the year 2030, somewhere around there. Now, how we go from, let's say, point A to point B is what we have. We know how we're going to go there. We can go multiple ways. We can go up here to that top. We could drop. We could go there. We could drop. We could there. That's one option. We could go there. We could go there. Just a little bit of downtrend, then spike, come back and go up again. Guys, there's literally 17 ways how the market is going to react. Now, what I want you to do today, if you are looking at this call and if you are watching this video, do not break your head. We at Bitcoin Trend and Forecast, the company BitcoinTAF.com, we are saying that we are buying the market. We are buying this bottom. But when you are in medium-term trade reports, we trade between 7 and 45 days. So it doesn't really matter what the market is going to do. Because if you buy, let's say at this level, and the market then goes up and you make it in 20, 30%, what happens is that you take your profit and you are out and you go into another coin. Now, as the market moves up, you move your stop loss the whole time up. And that is the secret. Now you take the profit and you roll that profit into other coins the whole time. So we roll it over. Now, since you've seen the macro view is basically we go from this point here, we're going to go up to that point. In that point, there's certain coins that are going to make 3,000%. We know what they are. Between MTT and long-term trade reports, we know what they are. As a matter of fact, we've got an Excel spreadsheet with the coins that we get our members or subscribers to buy. You have to be patient. They're going to get there. Now, let's quickly have a look here and see what Bitcoin is doing. Now, the Bitcoin chart, right here at point number 2, there's an algorithm that we actually use that comes down to point number 2, it comes down to point number 3, 4, and we could have a bear week. We have to take that into account. Guys, way back here, I believe it was in about May when we had that Luna drop, this bear week 5, we already predicted it. That is how far we can predict. Okay, so let's quickly have a look and see what happened here. Right at this point here was when the Luna crisis happened. Now, what I want you to understand today, when you look at this video and this live call here to the public, is that Luna was a manufactured, or what I like to call a controlled demolition. They literally brought it down by manipulating the markets. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of that. Otherwise, we'll sit here for ages. The companies involved, how they did it. There's articles all over the internet. You can go and read it. But effectively, the market should have gone up here. Right at that point, interesting enough, they slammed Luna down. And Luna had this drop here. And Luna is the reason why Bitcoin dropped this far. So Bitcoin came right up to that level there. We then said it's going to follow this pennant and it's not going to break out from here. As a matter of fact, it's going to drop lower, which we call point number 4, and the market dropped lower. Now there's a little small pennant going there. We could, guys, we could drop a little bit lower. You have to plan that there is a possibility of a drop. You have to plan that it can get into about 15,800. Let's say around about 15,800. But here's the key. Not all coins are going to drop to a lower low. Bitcoin may not do it. Bitcoin may perhaps just go back to that original target of 17.5. But if you are a smart trader and you've done the training courses, you know that you look for the low and the bottoms everywhere. Is it going to go up, down? You take everything into account. So what we believe is that there could be a bit of a pullback downwards. If that happens, that becomes a buy opportunity. We at BitcoinTAF.com, our members, we are buying. We are not running for the hills. We are buying. Then what we should see, how far that drop is, I cannot tell you today. I believe nobody can tell you, but I can tell you that there will be a bit of a pullback like what is happening right now. You can actually see it right now. So when that drop is completed in the next week, here by the 20th, we should be going up moderately, have another bit of a pullback, and then comes the final breakout, and then we head up here. And for the rest of the data, you will just find the data in the medium-term trade reports. So all is good. And regardless of a pullback, remember a pullback is an entry point in MTT. That's where you enter. And that's how you make your 10, 20, 30, 40% you get out. Okay, thank you very much. Over to you, Ines. Awesome.
Thanks so much, Marius. Appreciate that. Everyone should now definitely have an idea of what we are expecting. And that's the beauty of these algorithms. I'll show you now. MTT also has their proprietary own algorithm at the moment, which Marius and I developed. So that's very exciting. And in order to predict these cycles is what really differentiates us from anyone else in the world. So I'm going to get into a little bit, show you what MTT is about. So recently we have rebranded Small Cap Big Gains to MTT. So we medium-term crypto trade reports where we bring you excellent trade setups, which is going to play out in about 7 to 45 days. So you say MTT in crypto reports is all you need to grow your crypto portfolio. And from the MTT team, it's myself, Ines, Marius, and then Ryan, who recently joined our team as well as a research and marketing specialist in this field. And he is going to bring us very exciting projects in the future. And that is what I'm going to speak to you about at the end of this call. You have to be on the call tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. So what is MTT and where do we fit in? Is I say we're really in that perfect sweet spot in the trading environment where we're not someone that's going to sit in front of the computer the whole day, or you don't want to wait for a year or two for trades to play out. We trade cycles within an up or a downtrend. So we're not long, we're not short. You don't have time. It's for the perfect customer or member. Doesn't have the time all the day to sit in front of the computer and trade and monitor the screen. These trades play out in 7 to 45 days. We'll give you entries, we'll give you stop losses, and make sure that you take advantage of those trade setups. It's suited for everyone that wants to make exceptional gains and you don't have time to analyze the market. So the solution that we bring also, and that we really aim to specialize in, is into the NFT gaming metaverse and the future of cross-chain interoperability, along with decent L1s or DAOs that's going to outperform in the market. And now that we're coming closer to the second halvening, well, that's still 2 years off, but they say sometimes a lot of these coins that's really going to outperform in the future haven't even started yet. So we are part of the research and analysis. We're going to look for those coins that's going to do the next 10, 20, 30x in the future. Same as what a Solana did when it was about at $30 and it ramped up to $200, $240. So we're going to find those specific coins and setups, even if they're larger caps, smaller caps, but it's quality crypto coins in the market out of a conglomerate of 18 to 20,000 in the coin market cap at the moment. So we analyze fast-moving cryptocurrencies. We've got daily Telegram channels where members get access to, where we do updates. We write weekly reports, 2 to 3 weekly reports, depending how the market moves. And now we're going to see and get IDOs and interviews with crypto founders and projects. So that's really something we're going to focus on. So you get a weekly report like this where we do an overview, myself and Marius, part of the algorithmic data, and then you get coin setups in there. And then we've got your Telegram channel where we communicate the target has been hit, or this is a decent entry, even if a coin is not really on the report. When we see a coin that is moving, like for example, last week we had 0RX that was in the buy zone. Things subsequently it came down back into the buy, but it was up for about a 10-12%. You could put your stop loss at break even and made a little bit of percentage, but the upside is still good. So that's another coin that we're tracking. And then just one from last month quickly, that was in the middle of May, when we had the setup for OGN, and that made in a perfect 13 to 14 days within our cycle 100% gain. So you'll see we hit T1, T2, and T3 as well. So that's really the trades, what we aim to look at for them to play out over that period. And that's where what we really aim to specialize in. So just to quickly briefly show you the report, this is what it looks like. We've got an overview that we look at pivots. We analyze a lot of pivots in the market on specific dates. And those are key numbers and dates. And it always lines up with fundamentals in the macro environment as well. So that's very important. And within this range for this week, the 11th, which was yesterday, was a very important pivotal date. And in this time, we also have the CPI numbers that is coming out tomorrow. So that will give us a good direction and indication to say what the next move in the market direction is going to be. So that is one of the items that we really look at. We've got a GAN indicator that analyzes the trend for us in the short to medium term as well. Currently, that's also pointing to the upside of about $23,000 to $25,000, even though that we have a little bit of pressure on the market at the moment. But this can change rapidly as well on a daily basis. As we know, the market is volatile. And then we've got our MHGO indicator. Not too much of that at the moment. You need to become a member to get access to all that privy data that we've got for the members, which they pay for on a monthly basis. Partly of the reason that we're having this week 5, which was predicted by our algorithms, is the DXY. The DXY is a very key level at the moment at 107. It's currently breaking through. There is a very, very key resistance around these levels. If you zoom out, you'll see that it's been really making higher highs at the moment on many different indicators, and it's putting pressure on the market. So in MTT, we like to look at the macro environment as well. What's the trading circumstances we are in the bigger technical space as well, and how that influences the market. But what I can say here is previously when we had the lunar drop, that correction was a 45 correction from the highs from the 30th of March. It came down before it then made a trading range, and then it broke down again, and that was with all the Celsius news and the 3AC and a lot of these companies that's actually getting liquidated. With a lot of people in the space would know what I'm talking about. But the next move was also 45% from that correction to this one. So now we at a very key pivotal range. What we can see here, we had a slight up break. The highs for Bitcoin to break and continue above is 21,900, for momentum to keep going to the upside to about 26. That falls in line with the pivotal data as well, and then CME gaps at about 28 as well, where we could move higher. But now that currently we're having the DXY breaking out, we can see it's putting some pressure on Bitcoin, and that's a very key line in the sand, and we're going to take advantage of that should we break below this 19,100, which in a short term could be that week 5 playing out, where we may revisit the 17.7 or even 16.2. On other charts that I have, 16.2 is a very, very vital line in the sand for Bitcoin, and that could be even a week down to 15.5 of absolute low in the market. But irrespective, these are levels where you need to be DCAing into longer term trades. Irrespective, these are levels which you in the next year or two, you're going to dream about being in the market. I don't believe you will see these levels again in the next year or two, but we take advantage of them in the shorter term as well. So the coin pick for the day is Serum, SRM. It is starting to turn around, and we had this descending triangle, and it's breaking to the upside. Most of the moving averages is also finding support. And should we just keep into this retest zone? And remember, I put this down here at the top, and I'll share this on the channel. I believe Ryan shared some of our public announcements channels as well on Telegram. I'll share these charts there. And if you want to take advantage then to become a member, there's links and everything on there as well. But I'll share these charts, and we're going to track this. There's a stop loss in, and this is the buy zone level. So it is starting to form a trend to the downside to turn around. And when we look back, let's just quickly zoom out, because these are the kind of trades that we like to take advantage of. So we are at a historical level low from the 5th of November 2020. But you see this range from the bottom to that little top at $1.80 is 120%. The next range is up 220, and the next one 377. So it's not necessarily that it's going to go this whole full swing at the moment, but we're going to take advantage on a smaller time frame. If you zoom out into a downwards channel still, there's resistance. So we're looking at a small play out, at least to this 46% gain to the upside. And if you get into lower levels where it is currently, it could be a 59. If it goes to the bottom of that buy zone as well, it's good DCA levels for a 65% gain to the upside. So this is one we're tracking at the moment. I do believe it's going to tend to turn around on the Ichimoku as well. The cloud is starting to break a little bit to the upside. Sometimes with sideways momentum, it can give a little bit of a mixed signals, but the lagging span is out. And if we just get above, that's why that line is there, the crucial line, $1.03. If we can break above that, continue, then we'll quickly see a move to the upside to T1, possibly consolidation before we move to that 47% line to the upside. But now saying that, we need to take in account that we are playing into this week 5. Now, if we break below 19,135, we want to hedge our portfolios with the Bitcoin down. You can do it on Binance and on FTX with those specific coins, which is a 3x leverage. You need to make sure that you know and understand how to do and trade those trades. So previously, Marius, I had this exact chart when we did a webinar like this in April. And I said, if we break this to the upside, these were targets. So 125 people could have hedged their portfolio, and that's 100% what happened. Then we had a confirmation or a consolidation within this trend. We came up 2, 3, there could be the 4, and then the breakout. And every time when you have this consolidation, it's 125% move. There was 138% move. And now we can see we're finding a very similar pattern. So the option here is a break to the upside. If we get a break to the upside first, possibly a good liquidation week to the downside. The CPI numbers, for example, comes out tomorrow. It is worse than expected. So that can be a first break to the upside. Then you take advantage of these higher moves, and that can possibly bring Bitcoin down to that $17,000 or $16,000 level. Otherwise, if we just turn around and Bitcoin hovers in those ranges, and this is the pattern, you can buy into these ranges, and then you trade it to the upside. So there's a longer term support range as well, where you see there's a level of support, there's a level of support. So it's very possible that we do come to the end of this pattern, and about 90%, usually at the latest, a pattern like this would break out. So these are two options that we're going to track, specifically the Bitcoin down, because we're into this week 5 scenario, that we want to take advantage of a trade like this. If you know how to short, put a short in. Otherwise, you can take a Bitcoin down, or it's a little bit easier. You can just buy that specific coin as well on FTX or Binance. So that's really it from today. I'm going to show you quickly is on the events calendar. If you want to share this with friends, family, anyone else that wants to partake in this webinars where we explain what the product is about, and you'll see there's the one for tomorrow. There's a webinar, there's a link, registration link, and we will always update everything on this events page, everything that's going to happen within the BitcoinTAF products and environment. Keep an eye on this. There's always something happening. We're the biggest customer base company in the world, and we've always got something going on, bringing you the latest and best data. So taking advantage of our product, you just click on products, you click through to this page where you'll see we right there, medium-term trade setups. There you can get your subscription. But at the moment, we've got a very good combo deal that I had to twist Marius's arm a little bit. And there's the combo deal, and you can take advantage of that. So you get for 380 up to 1,320 for the 12 months. You get a massive deal for these two combo packages, where you'll get the long-term trade reports and the medium-term trade for the following 3 months, depending on the option that you take, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months. So also, I believe Ryan has shared, we've got a link tree. All our quick links are there for where to get hold of us. And then finally, the moment of truth for tomorrow. One of the coins we do like on the Kusama network, Polkadot. You know, those two chains, they work very close hand in hand. We've got the founder and CEO of Remark coming to our channel tomorrow. We're going to talk a little bit fundamentals. I'm going to show quickly what I expect about the future of Remark as well, and pricing of this specific coin. You can do some research about them. And tomorrow we will have the founder of Remark. You'll see here Bruno on our call as well. They're very much in the NFT space and the Web3. It's really exciting, and I really can't wait to have him on the call with us tomorrow. We're going to do lots of promotions to get massive amounts of numbers on the call also. So really invite everyone that you want. And in the future calls, this is stuff that we're going to truly focus on. And for future members, we're going to form partnerships with these kind of companies and future IDOs to bring airdrops possibly to our community as well. So get those people to our call tomorrow. And we're really looking forward to the future and the growth of the MTT product within BitcoinTAF. And that's the update for the day. Thank you, Marius. I appreciate it. Thank you for the team in the background for making this all happen. And the opportunity in the crypto space is, I can't see another industry where you will be able to make the extreme gains that we're going to have in the future. Remember, at the end of the day, this is all up to your discretion. It's not financial advice, and we can just do the best that we can bring as research to the people and the communities out there. So looking forward to seeing you on the call tomorrow. Any closing words from you, Marius, before we wrap it up?
Nothing much. I think this was a really fantastic call. I think people have got a lot of good information here, because remember this, you know, if you just give people a guideline, and guys, this is what we're about to do here for you. We've given you a guideline. A guideline is where you walk in a forest and you come across the forest manager and you ask him, listen, where is the nearest hut? And he points you in that direction. Then you feel like good. You feel good. Wow, okay. And you walk with distinctive steps and you get to your destination. So what we are doing here is to provide you with a guideline, because we want you to make money. And that's what it is about, guys, for our community. We want you to become wealthy. We want you to pay off your debt and then go on to create generational wealth. We can do it. We can do it. There's nothing that stops us to do it. But remember this, I want to say this final thought, Ines. Your biggest competitor lives right inside your head. If you are going to give in and you become in such a way that you keep listening to the voices in your head, oh, I can't make it, I am going to lose, this is not for me, you know, every single trade I take is turning sour. No, you need to speak goodness to yourself. I will make it. If I fail, I'm trying again till I win. And guys, I tell you now, it will become easier. Life never becomes easy. It becomes easier to handle life. So what we are doing here, stick around. I tell you what, the market is going to turn around. Give it a week or two, and you are going to see a slight bump in the market, and give it another 2 weeks, and you're going to see at one point, there's going to be a vertical break upwards in the market. You will not believe it. You know, and I'm going to end with this. In 2017, Wall Street told everybody in the world, buy. We told people to sell at 19,500. The report is there, and many of you are still members since that time. Now, at this point in time, I'm saying again the difference. I'm saying buy. Wall Street says sell. Why do you think they say sell? Because they want to buy your cryptos. End of that. So thank you very much, Ines. I'm very optimistic. This is probably the most optimistic I have been, well, the 4th time, and I can smell the winnings coming. Over to you, Ines. Thank you.
100%. No, thank you so much, Marius. I agree. And we're looking forward to welcoming you in on the inside for our MTT. And otherwise, we'll see you on the call tomorrow. Keep well, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Bye.